Hello and welcome back to Sakura Angels. In the last episode, Kenta and his two guardian angels had yet another clash with the demon girl Yuzuki. However, it seems that the two guardians had been able to coordinate a bit of their attacks and actually managed to get a couple of hits in on. And this seemed to take Yuzuki by surprise. Another thing that surprised them was that when Yuzuki left a couple of monsters for them to fight with, Kenta was able to use Hikari's sword. This seems to baffle the angels a lot, though Kenta didn't seem to notice all that much. Let's continue. It's currently the weekend. So, what did you have planned for today? Ah, that's a secret. But first, there's the matter of breakfast. Right, breakfast. I have a terrifying flashback to yesterday and their supposed breakfast that they made for me. Not to mention the state they left the kitchen in afterwards. It looked like a bomb had went off in there. I think Hikari and I should handle breakfast again today. We totally got it under control this time. We have? Yep. Hikari's face grows pale. She shoots me a look that says she wants me to put my foot down and end this madness before it can spiral any further out of control. How about it, Kenta? After careful deliberation, I say, whoa! Oh! That was a... so we got no, how about no? No. Let's not. No. I'll think about it. Okay, I'm done thinking. No. Sure, okay. Well. Let's go with, how about no? It's okay. I'll handle the cooking. Aw. She looks absolutely crushed, but I had to do it. For both Hikari's and my own safety. I mean, you girls must be exhausted after last night. I'd like to give you as my way of saying thanks. Really? Really? Well, okay. Your loss. Breakfast really would have been better today too. Somehow, I doubt that. I think destruction just comes naturally to both this girl and her partner in crime. You guys just sit right there. And don't touch anything flammable while I go fix something up, okay? They both comply and take a seat at the table. Hikari seems relieved and mouths a thank you as she passes by. The house is safe for another day. I quickly cook up something edible and disaster-free. Several times did I find myself having to shoo Sayaka away from the kitchen as she snuck her way in, insisting she could help in some way. I almost had a heart attack at one point as I turned around to find her standing there with a knife and a dangerous expression on her face. I know she's just trying to help, but really now. So with breakfast out of the way, it seems like Sayaka is finally ready to tell me what she had planned for today. I can tell she's had trouble keeping it to herself this entire time, as she looks like she might burst with at any moment, practically shaking with excitement. I don't even think Hikari truly knows what Sayaka has in mind, as she seems rather uneasy. Okay, it's time to discuss the plans for today. Kenta? She suddenly thrusts her finger towards me, catching me off guard as I jump a little. Yeah? How do you feel about the beach? The beach? I don't really... Great! So it's decided! But I didn't agree to anything. Sayaka! Hikari is in distraught, as am I about the whole thing. Sayaka seems like she's made up her mind though. It's settled. Whether we like it or not. Come on! It's the perfect weather. We'd be crazy not to go. But going to the beach means... Hikari falls into troubled thoughts, her brow furrowing. I'm sure she has her own personal reasons to hate this, as I have mine too. It'll be fine. Quit worrying, guys. I know she said she was doing this for my benefit, since I don't get out that much. But at the moment, I think the only person benefiting from this is Sayaka herself. Clearly she just wants to do all the stuff she hasn't been able to do before and drag me along as the perfect excuse. She's so fired up about the whole thing now, I don't think I can say no. Heck, even if I said no, I get the feeling she'd just drag me down there anyway. Okay. But I'm blaming you guys if I ignite into flames the moment we step foot onto the beach. I just don't have the skin for it. Kenta! You don't have to go along with everything she says, you know. It's perfectly fine sometimes to... Hush now, Hikari. It's 2 against 1. You don't get any further say in the matter. But... You seem excited about going out earlier. I didn't think we were going to the beach of all places, though. I don't know what it is that you're so afraid about, Hikari. You know fine well what it is I'm worried about. Sayaka takes a moment to think before she gives a teasing grin. Oh, I see. But I'm not sure why you're worried about that. You have an amazing... Shut up! Wham! Hikari drives the wind out of her partner with a flashing straight to the stomach. I don't even get what it is that they're arguing about. Maybe it's for the best. Okay, no need to get violent. Sayaka keeps up her grin despite the fact that she's doubled over and clutching at her core. That really did look painful. Hikari pulls her arms together and lets out a huff, turning her head to the side. She is really against this thing, huh? If Kenta really wants to go, then I'll have no choice. But this better not turn into a regular thing. Yay! Sayaka gives a hoarse cheer, still struggling to catch her breath. With everyone coming to an agreement on going to the beach today, some more reluctantly than others, we make preparations before heading out into the world. The blindingly bright and hot world. For whatever reason, halfway into the journey to the beach, the girls sprinted ahead and told me that they would be waiting for me there. I thought they were supposed to always be by my side and protect me, especially when we're outside. The beach, however, is clearly more important than my own life though, so I will let it slide this time. And they left me to carry a majority of the things too. All of the lunches, towels, and whatever Sayaka loaded up in a frenzy. I'm just about able to keep upright with all these bags weighing down on me. Combine all that with the blazing sun and a near cloudless sky, and I'm lucky I didn't pass out on the way there. Swimsuit time! I take the first step onto the sand. The beach, at long last. The waves of the ocean lap gently at the shore, the water itself almost crystal clear as it stretches far into the horizon, merging with the blue sky. That's a pretty background. The waves... Oh, it's a beautiful sight to be sure. I just wished it wasn't so hot. Surprisingly enough, the beach isn't that populated. There's a few people here and there, but it isn't as packed as I thought it would be. I suppose we are nearing the end of the season for this sort of stuff. I hope we don't stick out too much. That's a point. Just where exactly are the girls? I give the beach a scan over. Where could they be? I wander further onto the beach, the sand threatening to set fire to my feet the more I idle in it. Yoo-hoo, Kenta, over here! A familiar voice catches my attention. Finally. Well! Okay. We might have to give our good friend the censoring engineer to get in here once more. Just for the sake of being sure. I turn to the source of the voice and find... Oh wow. Hold on. I just need to snatch myself a thumbnail. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I can see why they ran ahead now. To change into the rather, let's say, flashy swimsuits. They're sharing the same beach chair, hugging together in a pose I can only guess they've been holding for a while, as they waited for me to finally catch up. Look at Hikari, he's speechless. Sayaka giggles and hugs tighter against Hikari, who surprisingly also has a smile on her face. She must be enduring this to a degree too, though. Her cheeks are definitely burning up. You don't have to stare that much. It's embarrassing. She tries to shy away, but doesn't really have anywhere to go with Sayaka still on top of her. It's quite the compromising position. Come on, Hikari, you don't have to be so modest. You look great and should show a little pride. You know, you've been turning heads ever since we showed up here. What? Don't lie. It's true. I'm pretty jealous, actually. Looks like you've stolen this show completely. Sakura turned her attention to me. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what do you think, Kenta? Which one of us looks better? Oh, jeez. Really? You're going to hit me with that? I should think carefully before I answer. Well, we are down the road of Hikari, so... Well, I suppose... Hikari. Eh? If it was even possible. Her face goes a deeper shade of red. If it was even possible, her face goes a deeper shade of red and she fidgets some underneath Sakura. You can't really mean that. See? I told you. Even Kenta can't help but gawk at you. You and this perfect body of yours. Sakura giggles and begins prodding all over Hikari. Stop! Don't poke me there! Hikari tries her best to stifle her own laughing as she writhes underneath Sakura, who continues to assault her relentlessly. I think they've forgotten about me completely already. So jealous! Okay, that's enough. You can stop now, Sakura. Sakura pays a desperate please no mind and carries on. I said that's enough. What? Having finally had enough, Hikari explodes and pushes her off the chair. Sakura tumbles down onto the sand, caught completely off guard. I swear there's something seriously wrong with you sometimes, Sakura. Hikari heaves a sigh, finally able to recover after Sakura's brutal assault of whatever that just was. Sakura leaps up to her feet and holds her arms out wide with a grin as if to say, "Ta-da, I'm still alive." Yeesh! No need to be so grumpy. You could have just asked me nicely. Hikari throws herself back and lounges in the chair. Let's, have some fun now? We finally set up our own little spot on the beach at a fairly shady area away from the general crowds. It's pretty much isolated here. Even peering down both sides of the beach, I only rarely see someone going by. It's perfect. Ah! Sakura stretches her arms high into the sky as she basks in the sun's intense rays. See? Isn't this the best? And to think you guys didn't want to come out here? I'm glad someone's enjoying themselves. It's really far too hot there. Hikari seems to agree with my sentiment as she keeps to the shade and lounges lazily in the beach chair. What to do first? Sakura mumbles to herself as she makes her way to one of the bags that I was pretty much forced into dragging all the way over here. She starts to rustles through the bag. I don't even know what she put in there, but from the sound of it, there's a lot of stuff. More than we'll ever need for today, I'm sure. Here we go! Perfect! Catch, Kenta! She pulls something colorful and tosses it my way. Huh? I wrestle with it for a moment before I finally understand what it is. It's a deflated beach ball. I think. I'm not really an expert with these things. So you can handle that, right? Of course. I say that with confidence, but it really does take me a good moment or two to even find where to inflate it. It's like trying to solve a damn puzzle. Complicated thing. I just about nearly kill myself in the process of inflating it as Sakura continues to rummage around in the bags for whatever treasure she has in mind. Okay, I think I did it. A little wheeze as I present the beach ball to her, my lungs on the verge of exploding. Oh, good job! Throw it back over. I pass it over to her with a feeble throw. It just barely sails through the air, enough for her to reach out and catch it. That was embarrassing. Sakura clutches the ball as she mulls over how best to use it. She gives me a look before she gazes over towards Hikari, who seems to be fast asleep on the chair at this point. A dangerous expression takes over Sakura's face. She couldn't possibly think to... Hikari, catch! She flings the ball at her partner and it rebounds off of her skull with a far heavier impact than something that's inflated ever should have. Hikari awakes with a start, lets out a pained yelp, almost falling off the chair completely. Huh? Who? What? I said to catch, Hikari. I gave you a fair warning and everything. Sakura lets out an exaggerated sigh, a dangerous glint behind her cheerful eyes. Was that payback for what happened earlier? Remind me never to get on Sayaka's bad side. What? I don't remember. Hikari gives us both a startled and confused look. She still has no idea what happened. Maybe it's better this way, so the pair don't break out into a fight again. We're here to have fun, after all. Enough slacking, guys! Come, let's play for real! Sakura collects the ball from the ground and dashes out from under the shade into the hot sun. She beckons for both of her to follow after her. A dazed Hikari toddles out of her chair and goes to join Sayaka. She blinks unevenly as she passes by me. Is she okay? I'm sure she's fine. Come on, Kenta! What are you waiting for? Coming. If I stand around over here any longer, I fear Sayaka might accidentally hurl the beach ball my way and let me suffer the same fate as her partner did. I dash out onto the hot sand, taking care not to stand in one place for too long in fear of catching a light. Did I mention how hot it was? Hot, 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 hot! Heads up, Kenta! She tosses the ball into the air, leaps, and then spikes it towards me with a heavy fist. Oh god, that thing is coming in way too fast. There's no possible way I can... Yup, that's about what I expected. The ball bounces off of my head with enough force to leave me seeing stars, and rebounds back towards Sayaka. I sort of hit it back. That counts, right? Okay, your turn, Hikari. Not content with just bludgeoning me, she sets her sights on poor Hikari again, giving the ball another good twack. Huh? Still not quite there, she bobs it away with an awkward slap. The ball sailed past both of us and lands with a splash just at the water's edge. Oh. Oops. I'll get it. She hurries over to collect the ball, but stops in her tracks as her eyes fixate onto something in the sea. At first she squints, as if unsure, but very slowly her eyes widen in shock. I think you two should come over here. What's up? I feel a twinge of pain strike my skull, my vision blurring for just a moment. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I hope in vain that it's just a normal headache, maybe started from the beach ball, but as I look at Hikari's face as she stares into the ocean, I know it's going to be something far worse. Tell me I'm not the only one seeing this. What are you... What? I join the pair by the shore. What on earth are they staring at? I peer out into the deep blue. I'm still not sure what all the fuss is about. I don't get it. Are you guys just messing around? No. Look under the water. Don't you see it? Eh? Under? Wait. Was the water always that dark? Hang on. That's a shadow? It's huge. Something is coming up from the ocean, slowly making its way towards us. Why can't I even get a single day off from all this madness? What can only be described as a gargantuan mass of ooze begin to emerge, bringing up half of the sea with it as towers, and towers, and towers over us. It's a grotesque creature that lets out a sinister gargle as it sets what I think are its eyes upon us. It towers up so high that it eclipses even the sun behind it. It has got to be at least as big as a common building, if not more. Are you guys going to fight that thing? Can you even fight it? It continues to drag itself from out of the sea, slimy tendrils thrashing as it draws ever closer. I can't imagine conventional weapons even scratching something as big as this. This? Ha! This is... no problem. She doesn't sound very sure of herself, though. I don't blame her at all. It moves so slow. Maybe we could just walk away from it? But then it might cause complete mayhem if it were to get anywhere further than the beach. I shudder to imagine the chaos that thing could cause in a busy street. We've got this. Really. Again, you're not filling me with confidence here. And Sayaka hasn't even donned her battle gear yet. Does she maybe realize how useless it is? She's simply analyzing it a finger to her chin. These sort of things might be resistant to physical strikes, but magic should tear right through it. At least in theory. Hand gives off a faint glow and she furrows her brow in determination. Yes, this should work. Watch, I'll take it down with one blast. The light in her hand intensifies, growing into a pulsating orb that hovers just above her palm. I wonder how this magic stuff works anyway. It's always so surreal whenever I see them just casually wielded like this. Something taps on my shoulder. Huh? Sayaka? Shh. She shushes me with a finger to her mouth before taking hold of my wrist and dragging me a good distance from Hikari, who's still focused fully on the slime. Eventually we end up behind a large rock cropping up from out of the sand, out of sight from both Hikari and the monster. Understandably, I am more than a little confused. What's up? Shouldn't you be helping him? Sayaka stifles a giggle and peeks back out at the scene unfolding on the shore. It looks like Hikari is just about ready to attack. I don't think she realized it. Realized what? Well, think about it. That thing is huge, and she is about to strike its core with a blast of pure magic. What'll happen, do you think? I raise an eyebrow. How the heck am I supposed something like that? Sayaka sighs before she slaps her hands together. It'll go boom! Explode! Those kind of things of shadows are super volatile when you throw magic into the mix. I don't get it. Isn't that a good thing? It's one less monster out to get me. Just watch! A mischievous grin flashes across her face. I wonder if I should call out for Hikari to stop. But as I peek out from the shelter, it's too late. Hikari unleashes the magic she had built up and it strikes the towering abomination in its center. Nothing happened. The orb of light was just swallowed by the slime as if nothing had stuck to it. I don't see what Sayaka was so worried about. Volatile? There's no reaction yet. The monster detonates without warning in a dazzling explosion of harsh light that takes over my vision. Shortly after, I hear a terrified cry from Hikari. As the light begins to fade, I hear the pitter-patter of something falling against the sand. Rain? No, the skies are practically clear today. I think it's much, much worse. I carefully take another look at the shore, making sure to stay well behind the rocky shelter. Well, that's the second time this playthrough. Hikari really doesn't have the best of luck, does she? Oh well. It's raining slime? A good amount of the vile ooze continues to coat the beach, all that remains of what once was a giant creature. Huh. I thought it would have put up a bigger fight. And at the center of the mess is a very traumatized Hikari, coated in a great deal of the stuff. The slime around her gives off a violent sizzle. Thankfully it doesn't seem strong enough to cause any real harm, but it's ate away a good portion of her outfit. It's really not a pretty sight. Oh. She says nothing. She doesn't even move. She seized up completely under the foul substance, only occasionally blinking as the situation soaks in. Literally. The rain of slime finally comes to an end, making it safe to step out. Though I have to be careful not to step in any of the slime. Yuck. I can't even begin to imagine how Hikari must be feeling. Hikari, are you... Not one word. But I said, not one word. Her shoulders are visibly shaking. Uh-oh. The world might have survived the giant slime, but it looks like we might have someone else that is about to go on a rampage. My, this is quite a mess. Sayaka chirps as she slinks from behind the rock too, a grin across her face. Sayaka, don't even. I wonder what they think of all this back home, I wasn't thinking straight. That beach ball you threw at me. Sayaka clicks her tongue and nimbly evades the slime across the sand as she approaches her partner, still bearing the same smug look. Excuses, excuses. I didn't think one of the top students would pull a blunder like this. It's not my fault. Wait, Something doesn't make sense. Sayaka? Hmm? If you knew this was going to happen, why didn't you stop her? Ah, good point. I could have, but... what's the fun in that? Her smile suddenly looks all the more devious. This girl is pure evil. Why does this thing always happen to me? Hikari lets out a groan as she attempts to pry herself free of the sticky substance that clings to her skin. Be strong, Hikari. Fun at the beach comes to a rather abrupt and messy end, thanks to the unwanted guest having crashed the party. Naturally, we couldn't just leave the slime there as it was, so several more hours were spent in cleaning it up to make the beach safer. It wasn't a fun job. At all. In fact, I think some of the slime must have still had some semblance of sentience to it, as it stubbornly fought back against my best effort to sweep it back into the ocean. Man, I can't believe I had to spend the good part of a day sweeping off goop from the beach. I can't blame Sayaka though. It's not like she knew this was going to happen when she came up with the idea, but her insistence on watching Hikari make a mess of things did not help matters. And we shall see how the trip back goes in the next episode, but until then, take care.